Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Yellow. Let's go, 43. Watch the slant.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
From the 21, it's second and 10.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
That's the way. Out. Hey, 43, 15. Hero, 15.
So that'll back him up 5. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Alert. 3 down. Yellow.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got you. Switch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm coming after you. Attack. Choose the mic. In your face.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Fight on these two. Let's go, Eddie. Choose the mic. Pick it up, right?
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field and get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
There you go. Mike, two. Watch two. Watch two. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hayward. To the mic. Here I come. 57. Mike, two.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Check 59. Mike is 59. Yellow. 59. All day, punk. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Charlie, Bandit.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. 45. Mike, 45. Hey! Here we go. Shift. Ready?
They'll run on first down. It's Morales. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Choose the mic. Hey, Mike. Yellow. Screen. Watch the screen. Mike 2. Mike 2. Let's get the ball. Mike 2.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Mahomes going to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and free.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
His guys take over first and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Saints 7, Falcons nothing.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Come on, clear. We ain't giving him nothing to check. Sponge. No. Chris don't travel. Hey, Foxtrot.
He'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
Second and goal at the Falcons' 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Everyone's got 4 down.
They'll try the left side. Morales. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with third and 1. So now things get interesting on third and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
On third down, it's Morales, and he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal. The kick by Lutz is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, Isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. On 2nd down, it's Green. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
55, my guy, 55.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 2, Mike 2. I got him. Mike 2, watch 2. Danny.
Hey, yo, go gun.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check, 59. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Here we go. Motion.
Now here's Mahomes. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Let's go now. 60 or.
Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right.
Hey, Charlie. Now.
45 to Mike.
Get it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10.
Ready, set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
Check. Check, hot route. Hot.
Now Mahomes. This one caught by Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Going up top. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Watch two. All day, baby, all day. Kill. 15. Check 31. Check. Lucky.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Watch that. Mike 2. Big stop. Color. Stop. Let's go. Back.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? Third and goal.
Go. Mike 2.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On play action, they'll throw. Dance, and he coughed it up, and the Falcons grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Marcus Williams on the coverage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now running right through it. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10. at their 48-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, exit.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. We don't want this.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
On the ready.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
8 read.
Right here. Tight end right. 3 down.
61, match box, lights.
Kill. And turn it up. Check 99. Check
Ready.
2nd and 5. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Ready, ready.
Mike, 45. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
They'll try and run for on first and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it second and goal.
Second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw.
I know he ain't got it. Hatchet.
X3. 218. Chop. Now.
Second and 4. Flood diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out, and the Falcons grab it. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line.
I know one thing, the team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it, and an opportunity missed. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Kill, kill, kill. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. The Falcons on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try the left side. It's Green. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But
there goes Green. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so. That'll be taken in the end zone.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll air it out deep for Thomas, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again. Third down here.
Set, ready? 60 or.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Deep grip, deep grip.
They'll drop the throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind, with him running the team, that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Morales. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Go!
He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Rawls. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, Haywood! Yeah!
Check 56. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Ready?
2nd and 2. That's caught. It's Thomas. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it with Kamara. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Kamara trying again, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Motion.
Now Mahomes. That's caught by Howard. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep.
Fight on these two.
Check 24, check 24.
And again this time to the tailback. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I'm coming. Hey, switch gears. Motion. Bugs up the helmet. Here we go. Choose the mic. Here we go, Jim.
On second down now. It's Green. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go, Hattie. Tell me what you got.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Atlanta, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left.